In this lecture, we'll have 4 topics. The first one is about terminologies. That's about angles related terminologies. The second one is about radian and degree. Those two are about the measures of an angle. The third one is the length of the arc, and then the fourth one is about the area of a sector. Okay, and here are the key points right down here. Now let's look at terminologies. Terminologies, the first one is about angle. Okay, is about angle. In trigonometry, we define angle in the following way, and this is the way we define it. Okay, right here. So start with a fixed ray, let's say L1. Okay, if it is a ray, then it has a starting point. Let's say it's O. Okay, yeah, and then you may say ending point, but anyway, there is a point. You start from here and it goes to one side. Okay, or you may say from infinity it goes to the ending point. O. Okay, having ending point O and rotate it about O. So this L1 is a ray, it rotates. Okay, and then about this ending point O in a plane to a position specified by ray L2. So this is L2. So it rotates from here and stopped right here. Okay, and we call L1 is the initial side. This one is the initial side, and L2 is the terminal side. So it stops right there. And O is called the vertex of this angle AOB. O is called the vertex. Okay, so that's the terminology about the definition of an angle. Since it rotates, it may rotate in different directions. Okay, look at here, this example. You see the initial side is here. It rotates like this. Okay, so if it rotates counterclockwise, clock runs like this. Okay, but if it's counterclockwise, then we call it the angle we get here. Let's say the amount is alpha, is a positive value, so it's a positive angle. Okay, you stop right here like this. You will rotate one more time, one more circle. Yeah, like one more circle. That's one circle is 360 degrees. Okay, so you may get L2 like this, or you may add one more circle. So here this angle is 360 degrees plus alpha. Okay, the same angle, but it rotates one more circle, and one circle we know is 360 degrees. Okay, so those two are positive angles. Okay, you may say, I can get this terminal side rotate in a clockwise this direction. okay, like that. And then if you rotate clockwise, then the angle you get is this angle, and then you get, that's a negative angle. Okay, yeah. So if you rotate positively one circle, that's 360 degrees. If you rotate, from here to here, if you rotate from here to here, that's negative 360 plus alpha. Okay, how did we get that? Look, you may think in this way. Okay, you may think you rotate from here to here, that's 360 degrees, right? And then negative, because you rotate negative direction, clockwise. And then you rotate back, the amount is alpha, so you plus alpha. So in this way, negative 360 plus alpha. Okay, great. So now here we have positive angles and one negative angle. Okay, and all of these angle, the sides. Okay, right here you can see they are all the same. The amount, you see, the terminal side, they are all right here. So these three angles are called terminal angles. Terminal angles, because they have the same terminal angle, same terminal side. Okay, so those three angles are called terminal angles. Okay, now let's see more. In order to study conveniently, we like to put our angles instead of anywhere, like see here. Okay, we like to move this angle to the xy coordinate plane. Okay, you see x, y. Yeah, this is a xy coordinate plane. And then with the vertex on origin, vertex is on the origin, and L1, this initial side, coincides with the positive x-axis. And then we call this one, there is a terminology on that, is standard position of an angle. Okay, it's called the standard position of the angle right here. All right. Now, in this case, L2 is in quadrant 1. You see L2 right here is in quadrant 1. This is quadrant 1. Quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Okay, then if the terminal side is in the first quadrant, so we call the angle is in the first quadrant, or quadrant 1. Okay, so that's the terminology. But sometimes you stopped in quadrant 1, you may stop right in the middle, stop on the y-axis. So in this case, how are we going to call that? We call quadrant angle. You see right here, if you rotate, and then you stop right here on y-axis, this is 90 degrees. It's 90 degrees, then it's a right angle. And this angle is actually called quadrantal angle. Okay, it's not in the first quadrant, and it is also not in the second quadrant. Okay. And you may stop, like this on the negative direction of x-axis. And in this case, is 180 degrees. And then you have a straight angle. So straight angle means 180 degrees, and a right angle means 90 degrees. You may do, maybe 270 degrees. Okay, you rotate 390 degrees. 270. Or you may rotate up to here. So that's 360 degrees. Okay? So that's the terminology for quadrantal angles. Alright. Now, another terminology is called central angle. What's the meaning for the central angle? You may put a triangle, an angle, AOP, with the vertex on the center of the circle. Okay? So in this case, then the angle we get is called central angle. Alpha here is called a central angle. Since we put this angle, the vertex is on the center of the circle, then it corresponds to the arc AP. Okay? And then we say this angle alpha or angle AOP is subtended by this arc AP. Arc means this part. Okay? It's denoted by AP with a curve above that. Okay? Without it, that's probably a line segment. Okay? Yeah. With an arc like that means AP, like that. And here R is a radius. Okay. This is the case for the central angle. Now, back to the beginning, there are two cases down here. One is that we know this is 90 degrees, but this angle, apparently alpha, is less than 90 degrees. So we call this alpha is an acute angle. Okay? Acute angle means it is an angle with degree less than 90. Okay? And then this one apparently rotates more than 90 degrees, but is less than 180 degrees. So this angle is called obtuse angle. Okay, so it's called obtuse angle. Yeah, so for the obtuse angle, that means greater than 90 but less than 180. For acute means less than 80, less than 90 but greater than 0. Okay, those are the terminologies. And the look at here. This is another example for the coterminal angles. Okay, you see, if here alpha is 35 degrees, from here to here, you rotate from here to here, the amount is 35. You may do another one, 365 degrees, and then you will have a 360 degrees, you add on 35, that's 395 degrees. Okay. Yeah, you may rotate from here to here, then you do the negative direction. okay, with a full circle. So that's negative 360 degrees. And then 35 minus 360, that's negative 325 degrees. So this angle, 1, 2, 3, those three are all coterminal angles. Of course, I did one fully circle. You may do 2, 3, 4, 4 circles. Okay? So you all will get coterminal circles. Yeah. Coterminal circles means the terminal side coincide.